A new report says Saudi Arabia has constructed its first known ballistic missile factory. According to the Washington Post, several weapons experts have examined a number of satellite images showing the suspected factory at a missile base in al-Watah near Riyadh. Currently, Saudi Arabia does not possess nuclear weapons, but Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has expressed his desire to obtain nuclear weapons to counter the threat from Iran. The existence of the al-Watah base first became public in 2013. The paper says it's unclear from the satellite images if the facility has been completed or is functional indeed. Let's speak now to David Schmerler, who's a senior researcher at the Middlebury Institute in Washington, D.C. He and his team helped make this discovery in Saudi Arabia and joins us by Skype from Arlington in Virginia. David, tell us more about the satellite images and what they show.
So we were monitoring a site that was previously associated with being a Saudi Arabian missile base. And as we continued to monitor the site, we noticed that an additional complex was being built out in front of it, which started to show the construction of buildings related to the testing and production of solid fuel ballistic missiles.
Right, and this is, of course, not the first time the existence of this missile base has been revealed. But so why is this significant now?
We haven't really seen this type of construction activity elsewhere in Saudi Arabia, and to the best of my knowledge, Saudi Arabia does not have any other large-scale solid fuel production facilities in the country, so this would be a significant leap forward for them in being able to develop their own domestic missile program.
And this would be all about trying to balance the arms race with Iran?
That's our understanding.
Okay, well, tell us a little bit more about that and why there would be Saudi Arabia would find a need to be in that position to build a site like this.
So Iran has the largest ballistic missile force in the region, and a large chunk of those missiles would be pointed at Saudi Arabia. They've been launching missiles out of Yemen using Houthi rebels as a testbed for attacks against Saudi Arabia. So it would make sense for them to try to at least look into developing domestic ballistic missiles because they don't have that capability at the moment.
Right. As far as we know, Saudi Arabia doesn't possess any nuclear weapons. Would any missiles produced be conventionally armed with a view to making them nuclear later?
It's hard to say. It really depends on the type of missiles they produce at this facility. They only have one test stand that we were able to identify, and it's of a certain size, so we can't quite say exactly how large of a missile that would be. However, it could be the basis for expanding into a much larger missile program, which would be very worrisome.
And the sense is that this is a base that's probably still under construction, is that right?
Correct. We haven't seen a lot of vehicle traffic at the site, but we've seen the buildings come up and they look fairly well put together. So if the site's not active now, it's probably going to be active in the near future.
David Schmerler, thanks very much indeed for that. Thanks a lot.